Yeah, that elevator music vibing, man.
All the time.
You said you was gonna drop 16 too one of these days.
Yeah, one of these days, I'm
People
surprised,
still
y'all.
waiting, man.
I'm a surprise, y'all.
Yeah,
It's like
man.
Drake, everybody waiting on Drake album, everybody waiting on Rihanna
No, no,
album.
no,
You know what
no,
I'm
no,
saying?
no.
I'm
It
here to
ain't, it
surprise
ain't, it
y'all.
ain't, it ain't like that.
Hmm.
More like I think what's old boy from the damn, I can't think of his name right now. From the Hawks. Lou Will. Didn't he just drop some music?
Oh no. That shit
He
probably go
dropped.
platinum right now the way they playing.
Hey, that boy probably was in platinum last night. So they touched down to the A, man. Shout out to Young Ice
Hey,
Tray in the game.
nah, for sure, for sure.
We're gonna get into that though. Lot to talk about coming off this Juneteenth weekend.
Yes.
Monday, June 21st. Man, the man pod is back. I'm one half of the pod. Darius Butler got my main man, Antoine Bethea.
What it do?
What's happening, man? How was your Juneteenth / Father's Day weekend?
It was beautiful, man. Beautiful. Spend time with the family.
Mm-hmm.
The kids, man, they had to track me all weekend, man. So I was working that Saturday and Sunday. And that was it, man. Enjoy some basketball, man. Some Olympic trials, swimming
Yeah.
and track and field, man. So it was a good weekend for me, man. How about you?
Same, man. Same. Spend time with the kids. Look, under the weather still right now, still coming. So that part of it sucked. I had to cancel my shindig I was having at the crib for Juneteenth. Just because you got to be extra careful with the parents
For
and
sure.
family members and stuff like that. So but cool, man, definitely cool. Got a lot of time to rest. Kids took care of me yesterday on Father's Day, breakfast in bed, all that good stuff. Got a couple cool cards. So it was a blessing, man. Had some great sports this weekend. We're gonna talk about. We may not get to everything, but we had we talked about the Olympic trials. We talked about your kids having a track meet. Allison Felix made her 5th Olympic team. I think Sue Bird and Donna Taurasi did as well. Amazing accomplishment. We had a lot of HBCU representation on the
Salute.
Olympic team. Shout out to them.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that.
Oh, got to. On the NBA side of things, obviously the semis wrapped up. 7-game series with the Phillies and the Hawks, Bucks and the Nets. They all wrapped up. Now we got our conference finals set. We already had one game in the West. Suns took that 1-0. What else we had out there happening, man?
Golf.
John, what's his name? John Rahm, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was leading his last tourney that he was in, but got pulled because of a positive COVID test.
Yeah.
Came back and won the U.S. Open.
Yeah,
that's what's up, man. And I was watching the replay of it last night, actually, and a putt he made on the 17th. That shit was crazy.
Mm-hmm. Nah, man. So like you said, definitely a lot to talk about. Definitely, man. Y'all put your questions in there, comments in the comment section, man, while we get to it. But first off, you know what I'm saying, I'm not usually the one to pat myself on the back, but
here we go.
I did call it. I said Bucks in 6 prior to the series, man. They took it an extra game. Get some good TV views and such. Milwaukee came through Game 7. They won that series, man. They'll be facing the Atlanta Hawks in the Eastern Conference Finals. Still, I feel as though they didn't play as well as I thought they should have, especially with Kyrie being out, Harden being hampered. I don't think the series should have went 7 after those injuries. But hey, they pulled it through, man. Shout out to Chris Middleton. I think he kind of put the team on their back, man. Don't get me wrong.
He showed up.
Greek freak, man. He put his numbers up. I think he played well. He played well as well. So hey, y'all heard it here first, man. The Bucks, man. I don't think my co-host, man, he didn't believe in the Bucks, man, and we can't. we can't go without saying KD did his thing. KD ball.
So you called it. You called it. And you were right, regardless of how it shook. You were right, just like I called the Suns over the Lakers. AD got hurt. Chris Paul's banged up, but none of that matters. They won the series. No excuses, no explanations. So you called it. Like you said, the Bucks they handle business. I felt like without Kyrie, it would have hampered James Harden, who couldn't push the pace on the fast break, couldn't play defense really on the perimeter. They should have handled business much easier than that. They made that series harder than it had to be.
I think so.
But they took care of it. I think it was a big game for Giannis for his legacy. He got his team over the hump. He showed up every game, and in that last game, he hit at one point during the game. He had hit like 7 free throws in a row, which is obviously his biggest thing. And then even the shots that he taking, the jumpers that he taking, the threes, he hit some of the mid ranges, hit a couple threes. Like, I gotta respect that. You know what I mean? On that stage, to have that confidence, because we see what's happening with Philly, or what happened with Philly with Ben Simmons, and he's not even taking them. You know what I mean? Yeah. That can get into your mental. So Greek Freak, big shout out to him. I've been tough for him. We talked about him last show. I'm like, look, I love the kid. I love his story. When it comes to basketball, is definitely things to talk about. But he shut up a lot of people with his last series, and now he got a chance against the Hawks. I think a much better chance against the Hawks than they would have had against Philly. They should handle business if Middleton shows up night in, night out.
Hey,
Holiday shows up night in, night out.
Hey, but that's a roll of the dice. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's easier said than done. Like us sitting here, it's like, yo, those cats should show up night in and night out. But the way Ice Train them is playing, man, it doesn't go to say like what confidence does for you. And I know their confidence as far as the Atlanta Hawks, man. I know their confidence is high. I don't think anybody had them in the Eastern Conference Finals. They're playing well. Playing like they don't have anything to lose, man. But again, I'm gonna take the Bucks in 6. I'm gonna take the Bucks in 6. So I'm pretty
with
sure
you on this one.
Okay.
I'm with you on this. I'm with you.
Well, let me rethink this then. let me.
Last time I was with you, so just so we're clear, like I said, going into that Nets Bucks series, I took the Nets for obvious reasons. James Harden, KD, Kyrie. As injuries started to pile on, I take it by game. I put my picks out before the game. So game 7. And before I even put my pick out, I'm in a group chat with me, AB, and Tone. I'm like, hey, Tone, man, I'm going back and forth in this game, but I got to take the Bucks, man. I'm going Bucks. I didn't even take the 2 points either. I went Bucks money line, straight up winners. AB like, nah, stay on your side, I'm glad I didn't get bullied into staying with the Nets. New information, obviously, but Bucks. So I did pick the Bucks to win that game 7. But let's talk about KD real quick. So obviously he put up, I think he scored 48, which was the most all time in a playoff game 7, but still took that L.
Yeah.
And we talk about, has the torch officially been passed from LeBron to KD being the best player in the league? Because Bron used to run through that East.
I don't believe so. I don't believe so. I still believe that LeBron is the best player on the planet. With KD really close. Don't get it twisted. What KD did, he put the team on his back. The 3 that the 2, almost a 3. If he would have had, maybe I think now keep it walk. He put it in here. He put it in there where he wears size 17, but he wear a size 18 shoe. That would have been a real dagger. But hey, I still got LeBron, man. I got KD with a close 1, maybe 1B 2. But I think
best scorer in the league. Best scorer in the league.
Best scorer in the league. For sure. I just think LeBron does so much more for his team. Honestly, I think if LeBron was on that team, the Nets team somehow, some way, they would have pulled it through. That's just me.
Yeah. His supporting cast didn't give him anything. Nash only played 6 players. Jeff Green only played 13 off the bench. I think he was dealing with an injury. He had that, amazing game 5, and then it was nothing from 6 and 7. Joe Harris, same thing. He didn't really give him nothing. You can't do it by yourself. Yeah, you can't do it by yourself. Yeah. KD gave it everything he had. But, them same excuses would have been made for a lot of people. Oh, he shot an air ball, but he was tired and he was gassed. And
right, yeah.
Nobody would have wanted that shit. That was Braun.
When you talk about the greatest too, Javier B, it does matter if you lose. And because that's the only knock you can give on LeBron right now is like, he lost in the championship. He, you know what I'm saying? Like, so the body of work, so yeah, it does matter if you lose. But like I said, you can't take anything away from KD, man. I think a lot of people was questioning,
he left it all out there.
What he was going to look like coming off this Achilles injury. And man, he showed up. He showed up.
Incredible performance all year, not just in the playoffs, but from wire to wire. But let's go to the game 7, the other game 7.
Yeah.
Hawks Philly on Philly's court. I picked Philly to win, picked the Hawks to cover. Philly was favored by 7 points, which I thought was ridiculous. Trae Young didn't even have his best shooting performance. He had a terrible bag.
I think he was 5 for 23. Yeah.
5 for 23, 10 assists, 6 turnovers. I think it was like 2 from 11 from behind the arc. But Herder, Terrapin. Came out there, put up his career high on Philly. Embiid had 8 turnovers in back-to-back games. Ben Simmons absolutely stunk it up. Seth Curry, I feel like hoop. Harris could have did more. Doc Rivers, blew a 25-point lead in this series. You see what Ty Lue been able to do with that Clippers team, even minus Kawhi. So I don't think it's a good look for Doc at all. What's next for Philly, man? What's going on there, man?
I think a lot of people asking that question. I don't think they break that team up. Not right now. But you definitely got to sit Ben Simmons down, man. He has to have a major improvement this offseason. A major improvement. You can't be the star player and you game 7 and you have 4 points. Like that's
like it's not even shooting the ball though. I mean, like it's just like at least try. And it don't have to be 3-pointers. Get to the rim, shoot floaters, put some type of pressure on the defense. Like when you just like that when he passed that ball up, and I didn't like Embiid, saying after the game, that was the point where the game changed when he passed up the layup or dunk, and we only got 1 point. Especially, you the leader of that team. You don't point for you. say, hey, look, I could have did more, could have took care of whatever. But when you're doing shit like that, like that's letting everybody in that building, on your team, the fans, the opponents, know this dude has absolutely zero confidence in himself.
Zero, yeah.
So he played some good defense down the stretch, but you got to do more than that. You're a $140-something million player. We talked about it last episode, I believe. Like, are you putting in the work, bro? Like, how is it like what is going on there, Ben? But we talk about him moving and breaking it up. Who trades for Ben though? If you a GM of one of these 20 other teams,
nobody. Because first of all,
you taking that contract.
That's what I'm saying. You got that contract. That's what I don't think that team breaks up next year. I think you'll see them again. But again, like I said, Ben, he in the gym right now. He should be.
I was about to say, all right.
He should be. Fuck taking that time off, man. We got to get in the gym, man. That's
right down there, Australia. Okay, Spike D. Rob. He said the full quote from Embiid was him taking full responsibility, but not a great quote. All right, so I hate when I get little snippets, sound bites. So I apologize if I took that out of context, but I'm just not a fan of that type shit.
But again, another thing where you said it's not a great look for Doc, especially with Ty Lue, what he's doing over there and with the Clippers. And then with the Sixers blowing that, it's been they went 1-3 at home this series.
Man, I don't even know, but it's
and in the games they were up double digits a couple of those games. You got to finish those out. You got to finish those games out, man. And Again, I agree with you. Not a great look for Doc Rivers, but it's going to be a lot of players, a lot of coaches looking themselves in the mirror, just asking themselves, what could we have done better?
Yeah, like I mean, that's how everybody but one team season going to end at some point. But I mean, you gotta I feel like this Philly team, they had the piece to at least get to the conference finals. But on Doc Rivers, his teams have been eliminated from the playoffs 11 times in which they held a series lead at any point. No other coach in NBA history has lost more than 8 such series. So yeah, that's not a good look at all, man. At all. But all right, make your picks. The conference finals, they are set. And look at these teams that are in it, man. My big brother was talking to me about this the other day. He was like, bro, you got the Suns, the Bucks, the Hawks. Suns, Bucks, Hawks. Who the other one? Oh, and the Clippers. Like all these teams have sucked for a majority of my life. And now you got all these teams, kind of mid-market, some of them in the finals, like man. Yeah, I mean, I love it. It shows some parity. Yeah. Players going different places. I love it, man. Especially see a player like D Book out there in Phoenix, who we've seen hooping, all his career, and now you get Chris Paul over there, Monty Williams doing his thing. Shout out to James Jones, former Miami Heat great champion, Miami native, winning the Executive of the Year out there in Phoenix.
That's big.
What they've been doing in the Bucks, Greek Freak, his story, and building that team up in a smaller market team. Clippers. After what happened with Sterling selling the team, they come and bring some stars over there. It's the Hawks. I mean, nobody had Trae Young and the Hawks in the conference finals,
especially with Nate McMillan coming in as an interim coach, and I'm pretty sure they'll take that interim off the end of this year. But I love it, man. Being able to get some other teams, not your usual, and get some young stars out there on the stage, but. I got Milwaukee coming out of the East. I'm with you. In the West, man.
I got the Suns. They were my pick going in.
Yeah.
I'm sticking with them.
We gotta see what's happening with CP3, man. I don't know if D Bookman continue to do what he did.
Hey, I feel like he needed to win one at home without CP3. Hopefully CP back by game 3 at the latest. Yeah. I'm taking the Suns. I took him out of the gate. Going into the playoffs, obviously I had the Suns and the Nets coming out of the East. And I thought the Nets would be able to beat the Suns, but I don't think Milwaukee or Atlanta will be able to beat the Suns if they get there. So I'm going with
I might pause. I might ride with you on that, man. I might go with the Suns, the Milwaukee Bucks and the Phoenix Suns, man.
Bucks and that's crazy. Milwaukee Bucks and the Phoenix Suns possibly in the finals. A lot of these players, this will be their first chip. If there's somebody gonna win it, either Paul George, Chris Paul, Greek, obviously Trae. It's gonna be
it's gonna be interesting, man.
Wild finish, man. You got a chance to catch some of them Olympics yesterday?
Oh, for sure. I did. Yeah, I did. Coming from the kids track meet, we came in the house, man. We threw that on, and it was a beautiful story. And of course, man, I'm gonna shout out the HBCU family, man. Randolph Ross, man, he finished third in the men's 400. So, he's on that Olympic team. Shout out to him. Trevor Stewart, also from North Carolina A&T, he finished fourth in the 400. So that qualified him for the 4x400 U.S. Olympic team. So shout out to him. And to continue with the North Carolina A&T 4x400 championship team, their entire 4x400 team will be in the Olympics in Tokyo. So we got Daniel Stubbs. He'll be representing Mexico, and then Akeem Sirleaf, he'll be representing Liberia. Okay. So North Carolina A&T men's 4x400 team, man, that's crazy. Their entire team will be the Olympics, man.
Very impressive.
Very impressive. So shout out to the North Carolina A&T, man. Demiak, and then Quinera Hayes, man, from Livingston College. She won the 400, so she'll be representing representing the women's in the 400s. And then obviously, great story, Allison Felix, her fifth Olympic team
on track and field. That's crazy. I think the Nike dropped her, or they tried her somehow. I forget that story.
Yeah,
but glad to see that, man. She was out there with a child too,
with a daughter. Yeah,
I saw. I watched 100 too, and I was surprised Justin Gatlin, old ass, was still out there running.
Man, wifey was me and wifey looking at each other like, yo, like. So wifey like, yo, he saw him pepper and everything up there. Bruh. I'm like, yo, how old is he? He 39.
39. He ended up pulling a hammy. Probably about 60 something meters through the race. What was crazy about that though? So Bromell ended up winning it. Who's I think he ran like a 980, and I can't remember the other two guys off the top of my head, but Gatlin obviously pulled I'll probably say 65, maybe 70 meters in the race, and dude still ran a 10.8. Bro, I'm like, that's crazy.
So it was funny. So it was like prior the race prior to that, they were saying that he was holding his hammy. So, he probably was like, oof, I was at top speed and it was rough. So, let me grab this hammy right now just so, we get in this finals, I could, saying. But hey, look, man, salute to him. I was watching some of the swimming as well. That swimming was.
You watched the swimming? I ain't see the swimming.
Yeah, the swimming normally it come on like an hour prior to the track and field.
Okay.
So they was getting it in too, man. So I'm excited, man. I'm excited for the Olympics.
Dang, Sha'Carri Richardson? Who she be flying? Sha'Carri Richardson, her mom, her biological mom, actually passed, I believe, last week. She's been dealing with a lot. She made it as well.
21.
Yeah, I can't wait to watch her face off with Shelly Ann Frazier from Jamaica.
Mm-hmm, Jamaica,
because they both be flying. But the Olympics, man. After missing it last year, obviously it should be a good one in Tokyo. KD committed to the basketball team.
That's dope.
Which I didn't expect that.
You got who? I think we got Damian Lillard. I think Booker. I think
Booker already committed.
I think so. I
think so too.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Draymond Green. So I think we got some. I think Tatum.
Oh yeah, we got
Jason Tatum.
Sound like a gold medal to me.
Yeah, we got a squad.
Luka went right back to work. He went right back to work for his team. He was playing the game. Shit, probably less than a week after. Ben, take your ass over to Australia and start working on your game,
man. But that's what he need to be in the gym right now.
Right now, man. All these other.
Let me FaceTime him real quick, see what he's doing.
All these other international players come over here with all this skill set. My dog can't shoot, man. That's crazy.
That's crazy, man.
But yeah, it wasn't Olympics. I misspoke. It was Olympics trials. So I see somebody speak like, I didn't know the Olympics were on. It ain't on yet. But Shelly Ann Price, she is different.
Different.
Very, very different. But I'm still excited to see that race, man. What else we got going on, man? Y'all drop some questions in the chat, man.
Sure.
Comments.
D.I. Joe 317 said, "What's next for Blake Griffin?" Shit, if the Nets don't pick him back up, shit.
I feel like somebody give him a shot. He played well. He played good. He played decent, man. And just like we thought when he got signed, we knew he wouldn't be the Blake Griffin of old Lob City Blake Griffin, but he showed up. He played with. I would say he played the hardest on his team. Tremendous effort. He led with that. He was kind of like the team's, tough guy, hustle guy. He started dunking the games, even hit some open threes. I think he'll definitely get, how the league is. He can play 5 more years if he wants to. Somewhere, somebody gonna pay him.
No, I agree.
NBA shit sweet.
If not, I'm gonna invite him to my tournament next year.
Yeah, invite him. I get out there and bust his ass. Pause.
Hey, meanwhile, I ran 100 yesterday, bro. So peep this, right? So we had to
Was
track
somebody
meet.
time? Was it time?
Nah, it was time.
Damn.
So
I see that.
we we had the track meet. So coaches and parents, if you want to run, you can come out and run. So I had a former college teammate was out there. So he ended up running. So he was like, "Look, man, come out here and run." So I had some sneakers on. It had just finished raining.
No, I
So
don't
I'm
want to
like,
hear no excuses, no explanations.
all right, I'm gonna go out there. So we about to line up. Man, boys start pulling out spikes. I'm like, hold up, yo. I'm like, hold on. And then we got down, boys got in the blocks. I said,
Did you have blocks?
man, I'm not running out no blocks.
Come on, man.
Nah, I'm not running out no blocks.
You got laced up at that point. You got to go.
Man, I lined up, toe on the line. Like we round away, toe on the line. Man, hey, shot that gun.
I know you got to smoke.
Buddy who got first, he was moving. Yeah.
What did you come in? What did you place?
Third.
Okay, at least you medaled.
Yeah, third out of 8. You know what I'm saying? Then I pulled up at the. I'm gonna show y'all the video. I'm gonna send Tone the video so he can put it up.
Yeah, don't have Tone. Don't edit nothing. Don't speed it up. Nothing. I want to see the real video with the timing clock at the bottom. I want to see that 11-8.
Nah, I had a 30. I was 13.
Oh shit!
I was 13.
13. That's like a one. We used to run them in 110s.
Yeah, I got a 13.
That's a hurdle time. You run 100.
Hey, look at here. I got a good 13. Walked out of there, no injuries. Shit, I'm good money.
So that's a win. And that just reminded me. We had an intramural track meet because we used to play intramural basketball every year. Yeah. But one year, somebody who lived in our apartment complex asked me, like, "Hey man, me and my boys were trying to win like the overall intramural something. Can y'all just run on our track team today? Like just run a couple of events for us." Yeah, we right there ran 100. And Ty Vaughn was like I think he was a national 60-meter champ coming out of high school. He was state champ in New York in the 100. This dude came out there in sneakers, ran a 10-4. 10-4 in sneakers, bro.
Ty's fast.
Do we have blocks? We had to have blocks. I think we had blocks. We used to do our intramurals legit. But that shit was very, very impressive.
Yeah, I knew it was gonna be real when they was asking us our birth year. So the dude who won, he was born in '96. I said, man, you got fresh legs.
Yeah. You got out of there healthy, man.
Yeah, I got out of there healthy. Yeah, so
that's all that matters. A lot of mileage on those wheels.
Yeah. Hey, look, we got a great question. It's crazy. Look at this, Anthony.
Hey. Yeah, hey, we got something coming, Anthony.
Got something coming, man.
Essentially right around the corner.
For sure. It's gonna be dope.
Very dope. And it'll be my intro as well into the fantasy football stuff. Because as a player, honestly, all I knew was football. I didn't know fantasy football. I didn't know sports betting. None of that shit surrounding the game. So now I've been on the other side, getting exposed to a lot of it. So everybody in here, y'all will probably hear it first, honestly. So it'll be some dope. We got some dope things cooking up, man, coming into the season. For sure. What type of fantasy football leagues do you guys play in, and where do you play them at? I'm interested to know that. I want to do a little live research real quick.
So I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a lot of FanDuel.
What's the other one? DraftKings? Who else does fantasy? I think everybody do fantasy. ESPN or everybody.
Yeah, some form of fashion. Yeah.
Well, yeah, man. Let me go ESPN app, Yahoo, redraft, and Yahoo because I'm old. Man-to-man fantasy football league would be dope. Yes, it would. Nakia Bush plays on all platforms.
Mm-hmm.
All right, man. Some good. But y'all throw some questions. I'm gonna take me a little You want me to throw the countdown? You need a break, AB, or
Nah. We good, man. I'm gonna answer some of these questions,
all right,
man.
bet. I'll be
I'm good.
right back.
I'm gonna stay in here, see what they talking about. But like Pepe said, man, y'all go hit that like button, man. Tell a friend, tell a friend. What's good? Y'all put some questions in here. NFL fantasy, Yahoo fantasy, NFL platform. Nah, but this G.I. Joe, happy birthday, my good brother. Happy birthday. I'm gonna take a shot for you later. Mitchell, man, it was I was at Dion's camp in Jackson, Mississippi this past Friday. It was a good turnout, man. Had some good talent out there with the kids, man. Had T.O. out there, myself, Kareem Jackson, the Honey Badger. D Hall was out there as well. But it was a good turnout. We had some HBCU colleges out there. I think I seen Florida out there. So I thought it was a great look just to give some of them youngsters some exposure. A lot of talent. Seen some good receivers, some good DBs. So again, man, I think it was a good thing that that Prime was doing. He invited all the HBCU coaches to come out just to get some eyes on some of these players. So it was a good time, great time. I think he did it well. I think Under Armour sponsored it, man. So it was a good time out there with Prime and just being able to get out there and seeing some of these young ballers out there move around and work. Nah, I was out there when T.O. was out there going against the young boys, man. It was some good coverage from the young boys, but it was still impressive, man, to see T.O. out there moving the way he's moving, being that he's
I think T.O. like 47.
Like 47 years old, man. So he's still looking good, man, moving good. So but it was good for the youngsters too. The youngsters being able to go up against a Hall of Famer. It's not too many people that hasn't played in the NFL or played collegiately that they can say, look, I really went up and did one-on-ones against a Hall of Famer. So regardless of how old he is, they're gonna say, look, I went up against T.O. So that was dope by him.
Shout out to T.O. too. Y'all go. Matter of fact, who birthday was it? I saw somebody's birthday here. I made a bet.
G.I. Joe 317.
G.I. Joe. Hit me, man. Hit me. I'm gonna send you a bottle, man, because I got a whole case.
Shit, send me a bottle. Yeah, send me a bottle.
All right, bet. I'm gonna send you a bottle too, man. Got a whole case. T.O. We bet a case of his new wine, 81 Vino, on the Super Bowl.
How was what did he send you? Was
it's Cap? Yeah, it's Cap.
That's right up my lane. I just got some homemade wine sent to me.
Homemade.
From Jersey. Yeah, homemade wine. That joint was all right. Almost killed the bottle last night.
Okay. What else we got right here?
I got another. Oh, my fault. What was that? Will the HBCU ever get a chance to win the Natty? I don't think so. I don't think we'll ever see that. Just based off of money, and it's a lot of things that kind of go into that.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the HBCU, man, I think we'll get a lot more notoriety coming soon.
Is there a national? There's not a national championship for like just HBCUs.
So back in the day, you used to have the Black College National Championship.
Okay.
But now, some teams enter into that, and then if you don't enter into that, you can kind of, as we used to call it, the Division I AA championship, where you got the James Madisons and North Dakota and all that other stuff. So we did have that back in the day, though.
All right. What else we got, man?
Gotta see a crypto question in here for you.
Share F. I know D-Buddy's in the crypto. Curious if you got into the sports card hype, and do athletes collect sports cards of themselves? Do y'all get a check like Madden for cards? I know coming out after I got drafted.
That man check.
Yeah, after I got drafted, that's when I figured out my signature. Because coming out of college, you got the signature where it's like, it's every DARIUS, boom, boom, boom. And then once I got drafted, I had to in one sitting, one day sign 10,000 cards. So I'm sitting there and probably 500 through. I'm like, yeah, I gotta. This thing gotta be cut down a lot.
You gotta change.
That thing got changed real quick. But nah. I'm sure I got some of myself, but I've never been a card collector. Should have been, especially with the teammates that I played with. But I never got in a sports card hype. Even growing up, I didn't really collect sports cards. I didn't really collect anything, honestly. I should have though. My mom used to collect like dolls, like certain dolls. Like I remember the year 2000, she had like this black Barbie Millennium doll, some other things. My daughter told me she's about to start collecting these little pop things, these little joints. I actually got this from Sean, with the buy black art.
Yeah.
Open it and put it on my dress. She's like, no, don't open it. So I gotta start being better with collecting, man. Maybe we'll drop a man-to-man NFT soon or something.
Yeah, I think I used to collect, like I think we talked about it before. I used to collect some comic books back in the day when I was growing up. I was collecting some cards. I got to tap in with my mom and see where she put that. I
remember you said that.
Yeah, the only thing I've been collecting now, like bear bricks. I got a bunch of bear bricks that I've been collecting.
What's that?
Bear bricks. So you know the calls, like the little calls, figurines.
Nah.
I have to go. I'll show you the bear bricks, but it's some bear bricks that I collect.
Okay.
Yeah.
What else do I need to start collecting? What should my kids start collecting? I'm about to I need to do better with that. Open up a time capsule or something one day. But I'm just bad with patience. I've always been bad with material things, even as a kid. Like I would never get attached to things. I'll enjoy it and then I'll kind of be over it and move on, which has been a good thing, honestly, because I don't like being attached to material things. But when it comes to collecting and saving stuff and shit like that, got to be better with that. I'm gonna save these joints.
Yeah.
I'm gonna collect these joints. But I just saw a question from boom. What's the weirdest thing that has surfaced that you signed?
Man, I signed a guy's calf when I was in Indy. After we won the Super Bowl, I think he had a bunch of us sign his leg. And he was like, I'm gonna get these autographed. And we thought he was BSing.
Get a tattoo.
And he sure enough came back and got all our names tattooed on his leg.
Everybody that signed it.
He got the joint tattooed on his leg. That's the weirdest thing, like, you know.
I done been asked to sign babies and shit. All right, come on, man. I ain't signing your baby. I remember I was with Dion training for the combine. We was doing the Prime U thing, and we were out in Dallas somewhere. And, this dude came up to us in a restaurant like, hey, man, my daughter would love your signature. Mind you, the dude's daughter was probably like 6. Yeah. This was Dion, already out of the league for probably 15 years at this point. He came up with a crayon. He like, come on, man, I'm not signing up with no crayon, man. Man, your daughter know who I am. But yeah, man, I would probably say skin, some part of the body, probably the weirdest thing.
Another weird one, it made me feel real uncomfortable. Guy asked me, a lady asked me to sign sign no breast. So I'm like, so I'm looking at her husband, and her husband's like, yeah, man, go ahead and do it. I'm like, all right, like, but I'm like, yo, like,
Yeah,
like,
man.
that's crazy.
You'll see some shit, boy. I done seen people have a whole helmet tatted on their joint. So it's you play or you around the game long enough, you see some real fandom
For real.
out here.
For real,
Yeah,
for real.
I don't mind signing a boob here or there though.
It just be so weird because I could never picture myself like telling somebody like, yeah, go ahead and sign my wife's boob. Like nah, man.
That when you meet couples, it'd be some weird interaction. I remember I was Indy 500. I went to Indy 500 and what's the joint called? Like almost like the Suites. Something
I don't know.
Pagoda, something like that. Anybody in here? Sure, somebody know. But I was in there for they was doing the practice joints, and we was in there for an event. And this dude's wife, and they were older, probably the 60s. This dude's wife is just I felt like that it was damn me. It was me too shit. Like yo, yeah. It was like kind of like I'm like yo, this y'all. Hey, I don't know what's going on here, but ain't that much fandom in the world.
Yeah.
Here, you let your wife keep on touching me like that. What else we got though? Did you get any dope signatures, any dope autographs growing up?
Growing up, nah. Man, and I think that's why I kind of, I'm so like big on going to camps and being able to, show face and let the kids see me. Because when I was growing up, I didn't really go to any camps. I really didn't meet any. I didn't meet any, professional athletes. You know what I mean? So I think that's why I'm just so big. Where it's not like we're superheroes. You know what I'm saying? Like we regular people in the neighborhood group in the same situation that that you're in. So to be able to go out there, so they can touch, they can feel you, they can see you, they can hear you, and be like, yo, this is real. So I think that's why I'm big on what I'm doing, what I do now.
That was probably the best part of being a professional athlete, honestly, is going in there and seeing them kids' faces and just kind of see, oh, shit, like, because they playing Madden or they coming to your games and they just think, like you said, you're just this superhero. But when they see you touch you, you talking trash to them, whatever it is. So that was definitely the dopest part. But the only person, I met Warren Moon. We had a Super Bowl down here in Miami. Matter of fact, it was the 49ers and the Chargers, I think. And I met Warren Moon. That was probably the first. I had a couple guys. That was probably the first guy. Wow, like, okay, he's just a dude. Like, he laugh, he joke, he throw the ball. Like, he's a guy. And Warren Moon was, he was that dude at that point. But there ain't nobody come out there to the news, man.
Ain't nobody. So we used to have this on called Super Day on base. We used to have like a Redskins.
Hold on, bro. I got a lot of static from you.
Let me go. I'm gonna leave out.
But yeah, man. Y'all drop some of the names, some of the people, some celebrities, athletes, whoever that y'all met growing up. Somebody just said they were starstruck and they met B-Dog.
Yeah. It was a question up here about Antoine Winfield Jr. and what we thought of him. I think yeah, man, always talking shit. I like him. I think and I think his year 1 and year 2 jump is gonna be huge.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's gonna be huge. I think that's I think that's gonna be huge for him.
He was the ball in Minnesota.
Yeah,
ball hawk. Obviously, his pops one of the more savvy physical players in the game. His pops played, corner and nickelback, and him coming in. And that whole secondary, man, they got an opportunity to grow together. Young guys went out there, executed a game plan to a T. In the biggest stage in sports. against one of the more talented quarterbacks we've ever seen. So for them to go out and perform like that and keep getting coached by another year, he'll be getting coached by Todd Bowles. A lot of people don't get the experience winning the Super Bowl and then coming back and getting the same coaching staff with the same group of guys around you. So that's going to bode very, very well for him going forward. I think it's going to be about, just staying out there, which I think he will.
Yeah. Nah, I think that's going to be dope.
But yeah, let's see, man. Who else we got? G.I. Joe, he met Peyton Manning and he made me go hang out with McAfee at a charity event. That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
O.J. Simpson, the Juice Man. That's a good one.
Doug Williams,
legend.
Legend for sure.
Legend. Who else we got here? Okay, Van. Met both of us in Jacksonville.
Okay.
In Jayville. I saw somebody said they got my rookie signature too, man. You got to send me a picture of that. I got to see if you got the old and the new one. You might have got card number 5001. Oh, man.
That's cool. What else going on, man? What we got? Slow news, man. Okay. I got one for you. So it's been a lot of talk about Cole Beasley and the the comments. The comments he made about getting vaccinated and he would I think he said he would retire if he was forced to get the vaccination or whatever. How you feel? Not necessarily how you feel about his stance, but just the way that he's going about it.
I mean, he's saying a lot of dumb shit. I don't mind his stance at all. Not wanting to get vaccinated or feeling how he feels about the PA and the NFL. I don't have a problem with that at all. He's definitely saying some things that just some of his comparison is shit is kind of left field, and I think that's really the only thing that's wrong. But how he's being covered and portrayed by the media, I don't think it is cool at all. Everybody trying to make him this big villain or this or that. And honestly, the majority of the guys that I've talked to that are in the league that have been vaccinated didn't want to get vaccinated, but they just didn't want to go back into that bubble. You know what I mean? Because or that semi-bubble that they had, coming in getting tested every day, on the road, not being able to have your family see you. The different things, and which I wouldn't want to go back into that bubble either, man. Because I'm talking to guys, and guys were like, "Yo, I was like sad as shit last year, like playing football. Like I was sad." So I definitely understand it. But Cole Beasley, I don't think he's in much of a minority as people think. He's just speaking out on it, so he's gonna take a lot of shrapnel forward. Yeah, he's gonna take a lot of shrapnel forward, and he's been on that wave. And like I said, a lot of the things that he's saying out loud, it's not the smartest thing, but on the way these writers and these reporters, and even talking, you get vaxxed, you not get vaxxed, you this and that. Some people think it's like a civic public duty. I'm still of the mind that it's a personal health choice. Like that, like that's crazy as that may sound, like it's a personal health choice to me. And there's going to be consequences and repercussions on either side of that. So I don't mind his stance, but he's entitled to his own opinions. But I'm definitely not a fan of how media been covering him. What about you?
No, I'm with you. Like I don't mind his stance. I don't mind him speaking out on it. But as always, when you do speak out on things, man, just be educated and just know what you talk about. You know what I mean? But again, like I don't feel any type of way about his stance. So again, with you, it's like it's a personal preference. Do you want to get vaccinated? Do you not want to get vaccinated? I think it's pros and cons on both sides. So again, like you said, playing ball. I know it's a lot of people that, like you said, got vaccinated that didn't want to, but understood if you did get vaccinated, this is what Now,
how do you feel about that though? Like, how did you see the protocols that they came out with?
Yeah,
because the protocols basically like
you can't do shit if you don't get vaccinated. So I mean, it's kind of like they push you in the corner, like yo, like it's either you. That's what I'm saying. It's like it's a personal preference. If you feel as though like yo, I'm not gonna be out moving like that anyway, well then I'm not gonna get vaccinated. But then if you like yo, I can't be stuck in the crib and I got to do this every time we travel, like. It kind of becomes like a hindrance, you know what I mean? So it's kind of like
the protocols is fucked up, bro. The
it's crazy.
Like, I'm looking at it, just like, come on, man.
That's why I say they push you in a corner. They push you in a corner where it's like, yo, you basically gotta get the vaccine. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's tough, man, because what a lot of people I don't think know, and it's cool. Like I said, on either side of it, like if you trust, everything that's coming out, you trust the science, you trust all these different things. That's cool. And there's some people who I feel like should definitely get it. It's a no-brainer. If you're at risk, more at risk and doing these different things, absolutely. But that's not the same case for everybody. Everybody, and it's crazy that I feel like we're in a place in time where people get attacked for, just not going with what everybody else feels and thinks, the majority, what the masses think and feel. And it's wild to see it unfold in real time, especially if you've been paying attention to the actual timeline of what's been going on as far as, everything. And it's still ongoing research. It's still, the science is evolving, should I say. So, but I don't even get the first iPhone that come out. I let them work the kinks out first, and I probably get that second or third wave. So I'm probably gonna move the same way with this vax. But once again, I have encouraged other people close to me to get it. If they feel like they do their research,
underlying health issues, and you feel like though it's gonna help you, Yeah. But Derek, man, you can still get COVID if you get vaccinated.
I think that's what happened with Chris Paul, right?
Chris Paul, yeah, he got vaccinated and he still got it. So
I think what the vaccine is supposed to do is just make the symptoms more mild and make it harder for you to pass it along. And so I get it. I understand why workplaces want the majority of their workforce or all their workforce to be vaccinated. I've seen schools and universities make it a requirement. I definitely get it from that standpoint to, mitigate risk. But at the same time, these are individual health choices, especially talking about athletes, talking about professional athletes. These, how in tune we are. Like, that's your livelihood. Like you are definitely in tune with your body. So, I mean, it is what it is. Ongoing conversation. Easy. Sure. We in a world though where you can get attacked for a lot of different things.
If you got a different opinion, they coming at you. You know what I'm saying? If you got a different opinion,
it's so crazy because it's like, oh, if you ain't getting he not getting the vaccine. Like, I don't know. It is what it is.
Yeah,
it is what it is. But everybody out there getting it, kudos to you. Everybody that's not getting it,
kudos to you.
Kudos to you as well. Be safe. Everybody be safe, man.
As always, man, I say it all the time, man, stay in your lane, man. Run your race. Like,
stay in your lane.
Hey, run your race.
Stay in your lane. What else we got, man? We only got a couple more minutes. Yeah, a couple more minutes. Somebody wrap it up with something good. Situations are situational. Yeah, for sure. If I was in that locker room, most likely I would have been vaxxed.
Yeah.
Because of the issues. But I'm not for these. So the Colts, were you surprised that the Colts came out and they were one of the least vaccinated teams in the league?
Was I surprised?
I wasn't.
Nah, what am I surprised about? Like, but that's why, like, are you? Like, I don't know what to be surprised about. Like, again, these are personal decisions. Like, would it be? Like, I don't know what I'm surprised about.
Yeah, man, it's gonna be interesting, man. It's gonna be interesting. What else we got, man? Before we get up out of here,
I appreciate you, Van. You've been rocking since shit day one.
Facts. Early. You might have been on the first stream, Vince.
Yeah, you might have been probably like one of 5, 1 of 10 on there.
Early Jones. Who was the best football player that never made it to the league for whatever reason that you've seen, AB? What you saw coming up?
Man, we had a running back in high school, Michael Johnson. He ended up going to UVA, but in high school, man, he was doing shit that was 200 yards, and playing around our way, man. It was like you had some ballers, man. So for you to be running 200 yards week in and week out, like you were special. And that was in high school. You know what I mean?
So Michael Johnson.
Michael Johnson. He ended up going to UVA. But he was special, man. He was special. And in high school, you see some people be like, all right, we gonna see him on Sundays.
Yeah.
Like some form of fashion, we gonna see him on Sundays. And he was kind of one of them dudes, man. Fast as hell, but just like a natural football player.
Damn, I wasn't even thinking about this one, Matt. I was actually talking about this last Friday with Pat on his show. But Pat White, that shit was different in college, boy.
Yeah.
He did get to the league, but he didn't pan out. But
damn,
that's the only reason him and Slayton used to run in West Virginia.
Yeah.
Woo. But the best one I probably seen was Willie Williams down here in Miami. He went to Carroll City. I think he ended up going to University of Miami. I'm not sure exactly what happened, but he was phenomenal. Sideline to sideline linebacker. He looked like he was ready to play in the league in high school.
Yeah.
So he might have been about 21.
But now I can't even forget my dog Marcus Vick too. Like Marcus Vick was a problem. Well, he made it to the league. He did? Yeah, he had a stint with the Dolphins for a little bit, but
okay, But yeah, man, appreciate y'all, man, for rocking the old and new. We're gonna keep doing this thing, keep growing, man. Football season right around the corner, training camps right around the corner. It's gonna be exciting, man. Gonna be exciting. Oh man, Supreme Court. Before we do get out of here, Supreme Court made a ruling today. My big brother actually just sent it to me about against the NCAA. High Court rules against NCAA, and a ruling that could help push changes in college athletics. The Supreme Court on Monday unanimously sided with a group of former college athletes in a dispute with the NCAA over rules limiting certain compensation. So, so unanimous 9-0 decision. So that's going to be interesting to see how how that pans out. I know we already got the NIL that's going into effect with colleges soon, but I'm happy to see college players getting compensated.
Oh, for sure.
A lot of people, even with that question, who would bet? You think about Lattimore, the running back out of South Carolina.
Yeah.
Who was that dude in college, but had some injuries that derailed him in his pro career. But think about the type of money he could have made at South Carolina when he was playing.
For sure.
Definitely going to do some more research and reading up on this, and I'll probably have more of an informed opinion on it on Thursday. But what about you? What's your first thoughts on that Supreme Court ruling?
I love it. Like you said, get these youngsters, young men and women compensated. They bring a lot of revenue to NCAA, to the colleges, to the campus, man. So reward them.
Yeah.
So I love it.
I love it. I remember you scoring on turn. Who this, man? Who Marcus talking about?
Michael Johnson, like
my,
bro, like
you and Marcus played on the same team.
Yeah, he was.
Okay.
And he was special, man.
Boy, when you looking at each other like, hey,
it be like that sometimes.
Be like that.
For sure.
All right, man. Y'all know what to do, man. Appreciate y'all. See y'all on Thursday. Hopefully we got some news, some other shit to talk about.
For sure.
Slow time right now, but we we gonna make the best of it.
Yes, sir.
We out of here.
Y'all be good.